Vienna, a global meeting place for people and ideas, a place where tradition plays host to the future and where knowledge is channeled into new networks. The city, which is grounded in an incomparable past, takes pride in having become a solid base for all kinds of competence to branch out from.
We're doing clinical work every day and we're seeing patients every day. The most important measure for adequate and optimal treatment of patients is high-quality work in the field of clinical research and interpreting data which result from clinical research and which result from big, important studies. So we directly measure the results which have been done in clinical studies at the bed of the patient and with the patient being a partner of his treating physician.
The Vienna School of Clinical Research has been in operation for 6 years as a center of competence for a new type of transfer and exchange of knowledge in one of today's most important areas of research. It offers access to cutting-edge clinical research through its wide variety of seminars. The seminars focus comprehensively on scientific aspects of clinical research as well as on the legal framework and underlying ethical principles.
Availability of healthcare is among the greatest needs of human beings. However, there's no other discipline that encounters more rapid changes than medicine. Continuous learning and training is a precondition for ongoing progress. The Vienna School of Clinical Research provides know-how for outstanding quality in clinical research.
Dealing with highly complex problems that at times seem to defy solution altogether is part of the great challenge confronting people in the medical professions and institutions with a pertinent agenda. The Vienna School of Clinical Research blends the most relevant aspects of science, politics, and economics to produce a unified and result-oriented approach. It combines impeccable medical and scientific professionalism with international standards in ethics and quality control to evaluate new forms of therapy. The aim is reliable results that will lead more quickly to improved and affordable health solutions.
School of Clinical Research for a training course.
The lecture schedule at the Vienna School of Clinical Research features leading international experts. Working groups kept deliberately small in size facilitate the exchange of views and the discussion of individual experience. Participants come from many different backgrounds but share the same goals. Since its foundation in 2000, 2,600 participants from more than 75 countries have successfully completed courses organized by the Vienna School of Clinical Research.
Rather than having a confrontational approach, which I think sometimes happens in healthcare between manufacturers and payers, the Vienna School approach is to bring them together on a course and talk about the issues, bring out the approaches, how you can use cost effectiveness, how you can come to reasonable agreements between payers and manufacturers. And I think it's a valuable sort of seminar approach which I think will help lead to better decision making in healthcare.
Global outreach, an unqualified endorsement of diversity, and unlimited networking are key elements to the school's success. The most diverse issues that arise in the context of clinical research are addressed, and questions that are raised are often widened in scope prior to being answered to reveal new dimensions and creative, novel approaches.
They're an organisation that exists not to benefit themselves, they're not for profit, but they exist to benefit other people and to give educational courses. And I think that makes them a very different group of people to other commercial organisations. They bring together people from all across Europe and indeed the Middle East and the Far East. They get extremely good international representation on their courses, and they're a wonderful group of people to work with.
The Vienna School of Clinical Research is increasingly active in developing and emerging nations. The greater part of humanity lives in developing countries that are plagued by massive problems in the provision of basic health care and, even more significantly, of research into and the development of efficient therapies to fight endemic diseases. In Africa, the Vienna School of Clinical Research has already established regular course programs. In a purpose-built research lab, researchers from around the world are at work. Public health care and every individual's active participation in promoting their health are the basis for a high quality of life in the light of rising life expectancy. A long, healthy life. In the third millennium, this objective seems to be within our grasp at last.
It is very important for Vienna School or anybody who's wanting to do such operations to go out to the field or to the areas where the training is going to be. For example, coming out to Lamborghini, particularly because the environments are very different. This is very different from Vienna, as you may have noticed, and therefore for whoever is teaching, whoever is organizing the course, to know that and teach in context is very important.
The Vienna School of Clinical Research has summed up the dynamics underlying progress in medicine in its motto: knowledge drives research.
Good medicine depends on good medical research. We saw that with our patients who first died of pneumonia at the turn of the century. And good research brought about medicine that saves our patients. Now, unfortunately, in the world there was a gap, a vacuum, in training physician investigators and other stakeholders in research in how to conduct good ethical research. And I'm delighted to see that the Vienna School of Clinical Research has now stepped in to help fill this vacuum.
Vienna School of Clinical Research.
Vienna School of Clinical Research.
Vienna School of Clinical Research.